for those that don't know me, my name is Tommy Verdell. I am currently our Associate Athletic Director here at Williams College. I serve my main responsibilities are inclusion and compliance, which encompasses a lot. Previous to my experience here at Williams, I served as an administrator and assistant coach at Bates College. So I'm very familiar with the NESCAC. I love being a part of the conference. I love what we as administrators and coaches provide for our student athletes. When I think about being here at Williams, when I was deciding on what to do, I really liked where I was and what have you, but this is the best, and I wanted to challenge myself to be the best with the best at the best institution, scholastically and athletically. And people can say what they want, but this is the top level of competition at Division III, and I wanted to be around that. I wanted to soak that in, and I wanted to challenge myself to grow and develop and be the best that I could be here at the best institution. So inclusion-wise, my responsibilities basically surround bringing diversity to our campus in all facets. I work with admissions, financial aid, our coaches, and within our department to try to bring more underrepresented student athletes, staff, and faculty to our school. And it's an ongoing challenge, and there's a lot of different dynamics in play. But our school supports that and wants that, and we're just trying to make our athletic community just be more representative of what the college is as well. So with regards to working with student athletes, part of my responsibilities is being an advisor for GCBC, which is our Student Athlete of Color chapter within our SAAC, which is our Student Athlete Advisory Committee. And student athletes helped to have me in this seat. They lobbied for having the position. Administration and the president supported that decision, and then my position was created. So Jalen Money and Vince Brookins worked really hard to create GCBC. So GCBC is, like I said, is our Student Athlete of Color chapter of SAAC. It's named after the first African American student athlete here at Williams, Gaius C. Bolin. And some of the things that we've done so far is so there's different aspects to it. We're trying to build a community within student athletes of color, a safe space, and kind of like an infinity group where they can just come together and just build and support each other. And then we're trying to put on programming, education, and resources for all throughout campus, and we work collaboratively with our athletic department. So GCBC's really been trying to be forward thinking in a lot of things that we're doing. We're currently working on bringing to campus the NCAA has a diversity and inclusion summit that they do, and schools have had spin-offs of doing that on their campus. So we're planning to do something like that for the spring that will be inclusive for our coaches, staff, and our student athletes. We're also looking at ways to try to implement some diversity, equity, and inclusion training within orientation for our first-year students, building some leadership programs with our captains, and just taking a look at all of our programming and resources for student athletes, and just trying to make our environment the one that we want to be inclusive for all. So I've also been involved with a lot of initiatives here within our conference, the NESCAC. I'm part of our anti-racism task force. I'm a member of our DEI committee, and I'm also one of our advisors for our CoSAAC, which is our Coalition of Student Athletes of Color here in our conference, as well as I've also started organizing all the coaches of color together on a call that we've had like once every couple weeks or so forth. Just trying to build community, really, with all of the initiatives NESCAC-wise. It's really been a great spirit of collaboration that we've had working with each other. A perfect example of collaboration between the conference benefiting all of our schools is the 21-day Allyship program that the conference helped to get for our schools. So every school, Williams included, as a department and staff, went through a 21-day Allyship training program. It wasn't 21 straight days, but there are 21 days of programming with reflection and feedback in there. The way we did it was to have group discussions, break up into breakout rooms via Zoom, and then come back as a larger group. And the feedback that I've received so far from our colleagues, and just seeing the comments and just interacting with those my fellow colleagues here is that it's really been powerful in helping us to learn more and be better leaders for our student athletes so that we can build those communities of inclusiveness within our teams. So it's been an interesting experience navigating everything through COVID. For me personally, in my situation, I have 3 young kids, 8, 4, and almost 2. So that in and of itself is enough. Let alone factor in how the world started to fall apart, and parts of it was landing on my work desk with the most amount of responsibilities I've probably ever had with the least amount of time. So it's definitely been a juggling act. I actually have to give a great thanks to my wife for being strong and helping to support me through trying to navigate some different things. My fellow colleagues here, the staff, I think everybody understands that I'm trying to do everything humanly possible, but there's just not as much time for some of us in that dealing with family and all this stuff. When I first stepped onto campus here at Williams, Duncan Robinson definitely popped in my mind, just with the success that he's had and the evolution of who he is as a basketball player, especially for the fact that, like, a lot of people don't know it. It's not like I walk around the hallway saying this, but I mean, I've known Duncan since he was in the 9th grade. We've been really close over the years. He's been very supportive of me in my coaching journey and whatnot, and believing in me as a coach and what have you. And I mean, I think he's just an excellent example of what Williams Athletics is. When you come to this institution, you know, not just for athletics, obviously you come here for academics and balancing all that, but you can have success in both, and he's showing that. And I think that he's showing where his academic prowess, now that he has like this podcast that he has up and running, he's using his brain to brand himself further and to start to create his next career if and when or after he's done at some point playing hoops. So I'm really proud of what Duncan has accomplished, and I'm appreciative of his support that he continues to provide to me.